Lovely viewers, welcome back to another heartwarming episode where we dive deep into the real emotions behind the glitz and glamour of one of South Korea's most admired couples, Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo. Today's story is one that will truly touch your heart because it's not about red carpets or million-dollar endorsements. It's about love, healing, and the strength of a woman who has faced it all with grace. Hye Kyo has finally opened up about her postpartum journey, and the way Lee Min-ho stood by her side through it all is something that's melting the internet right now. So, sit back, relax, and let's walk through this emotional and inspiring chapter of their love story together. In a world where celebrities often keep their private struggles hidden behind perfect smiles and camera flashes, Hye Kyo's recent confession came as both a surprise and a relief to her fans. 4 months after giving birth, she had remained quiet on social media, and fans began to wonder how she was coping with the life changes that come with motherhood. It wasn't until a heartfelt interview aired last night that she decided to reveal the raw truth about what she went through after welcoming her baby with Lee Min-ho. Her words were emotional, honest, and deeply relatable for mothers everywhere. She began by describing the initial joy of holding her baby for the first time. "A moment," she said, "felt like heaven had placed a miracle in my arms." Yet behind that beautiful moment was a storm of emotions she hadn't expected. She spoke softly about the exhaustion, the self-doubt, and the overwhelming pressure to be perfect in the public eye. Fans who saw her on screen always saw confidence and elegance, but Hye Kyo revealed that behind closed doors, she struggled to find herself again. She said there were nights when she cried quietly, not from sadness, but from feeling lost in her new role as both an actress and a mother. But as she continued, she shared something that made everyone's heart melt: Lee Min-ho's unwavering presence. Hye Kyo said that even when she felt her weakest, Lee Min-ho never let her feel alone. He was there every step of the way, from late-night diaper changes to emotional support during those days when hormones and exhaustion took over. "He didn't just hold our baby," she said with tears in her eyes. "He held me too." That one line has since gone viral online, with fans calling it one of the most genuine expressions of love they've ever heard from a celebrity couple. Lee Min-ho himself has been known for his charisma and cool demeanor, but Hye Kyo revealed a side of him that few have ever seen. She described how he learned to cook simple postpartum meals, how he'd leave sweet notes around the house reminding her that she was doing an amazing job, and how he would gently take their baby so she could rest, whispering, "You've done enough for today." These gestures might sound small, but for any new mother they mean everything. It wasn't about grand gestures. It was about presence, patience, and partnership. Lovely viewers, you could almost feel the sincerity in her words as she talked about how Lee Min-ho gave her the space to heal physically and emotionally. She said that at first, she tried to rush back to her pre-baby self, wanting to meet the expectations of fans and producers, but Lee Min-ho gently reminded her that she didn't owe the world perfection. She only owed herself peace. That moment, she said, changed everything for her. She began to see her postpartum period not as a setback, but as a rebirth of her identity. The interview also revealed how the couple handled the sudden media attention surrounding their growing family. Lee Min-ho reportedly shielded Hye Kyo from unnecessary stress, taking on responsibilities to ensure she could focus on her recovery. Close friends of the couple shared that he even postponed a few major projects just to spend more time at home during those crucial months. When asked about that decision, Hye Kyo said, "He didn't see it as a sacrifice. He saw it as a privilege." That simple statement left the audience speechless. Many fans took to social media afterward, expressing how inspired they were by the honesty of her story. One fan wrote, "Hye Kyo showed us that even the most beautiful people in the world face challenges, and true beauty lies in how they rise above them." Another commented, "Lee Min-ho is redefining what it means to be a supportive partner." Their love story, once admired for its glamour, is now being praised for its authenticity and vulnerability. As the conversation deepened, Hye Kyo also touched on the mental health side of her journey. She admitted that postpartum emotions hit her harder than she expected. "There were days when I felt like I wasn't enough," she confessed. But Lee Min-ho would remind me that being present and loving was more than enough. She said that those reminders gave her the strength to keep going, to embrace imperfection, and to trust that love would carry her through. She also talked about how becoming a mother shifted her perspective on fame and life. "Before, I lived for scripts and roles," she explained. "Now I live for little giggles, sleepy cuddles, and quiet mornings with my family." She said that motherhood taught her patience and humility, but it also made her fall even more deeply in love with Lee Min-ho. She laughed as she recalled how awkwardly he first tried to change diapers, how he'd rock the baby while humming out of tune, and how every time their baby smiled, he'd look at her like it was the greatest achievement of his life. Lovely viewers, can we just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful that is? In a world where celebrity relationships often fall apart under pressure, Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo are showing the world what true partnership looks like. They've proven that love isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up when things get tough. It's about holding each other through the hard nights and celebrating the small victories together. Hye Kyo also revealed how she slowly found her rhythm again, balancing her career and motherhood. She started working out gently, reading scripts again, and even preparing for a comeback project that she says will show a more grounded version of herself. She credited Lee Min-ho for being her biggest cheerleader through it all. "He tells me every day," she said, "you can do this, and I'll be right here watching you shine again." That kind of emotional support, she explained, made her healing faster and her confidence stronger. The couple's story has sparked conversations not just in Korea but globally about how vital emotional support is for new mothers. Fans are praising Lee Min-ho for being the kind of partner every woman deserves, one who doesn't just celebrate her during her best moments, but stands firmly beside her during her most vulnerable ones. And let's be honest, lovely viewers, this isn't just a celebrity story. It's a reminder of real love. A reminder that love grows stronger through shared struggles. That even the most glamorous lives are filled with quiet moments of tenderness that never make the headlines. As the interview wrapped up, Hye Kyo's final words left a lasting impact. "Motherhood changed me," she said. "But love, his love, helped me rediscover myself." Those words, spoken so softly, carried a depth that resonated with millions. Fans said it felt like hearing the voice of every woman who has ever doubted herself but found strength through love and support. Sources close to the couple revealed that after Hye Kyo opened up publicly about her postpartum journey, she received an outpouring of love and encouragement not only from fans but also from other mothers who resonated with her honesty. Messages flooded her social media, filled with gratitude and admiration for her bravery in speaking out. But what truly moved her, according to insiders, was how Lee Min-ho reacted to the public's response. He was said to be emotional, telling her, "See? You didn't just heal yourself. You healed others with your story." Those words reportedly brought her to tears because they reminded her why she chose to share her truth in the first place, to help other women feel less alone. From that moment on, Hye Kyo began to see her journey not as a phase to be hidden, but as a powerful chapter worth celebrating. She started to embrace her body with newfound gratitude, often telling her close friends that every scar, every stretch mark, every sleepless night was proof of love and strength. Lee Min-ho, on his part, continued to shower her with unwavering support, telling her how proud he was to see her transform pain into power. Friends who have visited them say that their home has become a peaceful haven filled with laughter, lullabies, and tender moments that can make anyone believe in love again. Lovely viewers, imagine the scene. Lee Min-ho sitting quietly beside Hye Kyo, holding their baby, while she leans her head on his shoulder, smiling softly. That's the reality many of their friends say defines their evenings now. They've created a small world where simplicity reigns. Morning strolls with their baby in a stroller, cooking breakfast together, and sharing stories about their day. For a couple once known for their dazzling fame, they seem to have found happiness in the calm, away from the noise of the world. Hye Kyo has also started journaling again, a habit she says helps her process emotions and remember the small joys. In one of her recent posts, she wrote about how grateful she feels for Lee Min-ho's gentle nature. She described how he makes her laugh when she's feeling anxious, how he listens without judgment, and how he always reminds her that motherhood doesn't mean losing herself. It means evolving into someone even stronger. Those close to her say this rediscovery of self has brought out a softer, yet more confident side of her. Lee Min-ho, ever the romantic, reportedly planned a quiet evening at home to celebrate Song Hye Kyo's emotional milestone after her interview. He cooked her favorite meal, decorated their living room with soft candlelight, and played her favorite songs in the background. When she asked him why he went through all the trouble, he simply smiled and said, "Because you're my home." That small, heartfelt gesture reportedly brought her to tears once again, proving that sometimes the most profound love doesn't need grand gestures, just sincerity. Their connection seems to have deepened beyond what fans ever imagined. The couple, once admired for their beauty and star power, are now admired for their humility, kindness, and the authenticity they bring to love. Lovely viewers, it's rare to see celebrities so grounded and open about the challenges they face, but that's exactly why so many people are drawn to their story. It feels real, feels human, and it's not just about love between partners. It's also about love for family. Song Hye Kyo has shared that her mother has been an incredible source of support throughout her postpartum recovery. She often visits to help with the baby, giving the couple a chance to rest and reconnect. Fans have spotted them occasionally taking short trips to quiet countryside spots where they can escape the city and just be a family without flashing cameras. Lee Min-ho, who's known for his strong work ethic, has been prioritizing family over fame lately, choosing projects that allow him more time at home. That decision, fans say, is one of the most beautiful proofs of how much he values his new role as a father and husband. But perhaps one of the most touching updates came from a recent behind-the-scenes video from a photo shoot. The footage captured Lee Min-ho standing just behind the camera, smiling proudly as Song Hye Kyo posed gracefully for her first magazine cover since becoming a mother. The moment she glanced at him and smiled back was pure magic, the kind of moment that doesn't need words because love speaks louder than anything else. The video went viral instantly, with fans commenting things like, "That look says everything," and "He's her biggest fan, not just her partner." Lovely viewers, isn't that just the kind of love we all hope for? The kind that celebrates us, supports us, and stands beside us through every season of life. The kind that doesn't fade when things get hard but instead grows stronger. Song Hye Kyo also shared a touching moment when she talked about their first family outing with their baby. She said she was nervous at first, unsure if she was ready to face the public eye again, but Lee Min-ho reassured her every step of the way. He kept saying, "You look beautiful, you're doing great, even when I didn't believe it myself," she recalled with a laugh. Their fans who caught glimpses of them that day couldn't stop gushing about how radiant she looked and how attentive Lee Min-ho was to both her and the baby. Since that outing, fans have noticed that Song Hye Kyo's smile has returned, one that reaches her eyes, filled with peace and confidence. In interviews, she often mentions how grateful she is to have a partner who truly understands her. She said, "It's easy to love someone during the happy moments, but true love shows itself during the storms. And he stayed through all of mine." That statement alone sent waves of emotion through fans, who praised her for showing vulnerability and strength at the same time. Their journey hasn't been without challenges, of course. As one of Korea's most high-profile couples, privacy has been difficult to maintain, especially with paparazzi constantly trying to get glimpses of their life. But instead of letting that stress them, they've learned to tune out the noise and focus on what really matters, their family. Song Hye Kyo mentioned that they've even developed small rituals to keep themselves grounded, like turning off their phones during dinner and spending every Sunday morning together as a family, no matter what. Recently, Lee Min-ho was spotted at a local park with their baby, giving Song Hye Kyo some quiet time for herself. Fans who recognized him were stunned by how natural he looked as a father, pushing the stroller, humming softly, and smiling as their baby giggled. One witness said it was the most heartwarming thing they'd seen all week, and it quickly spread across fan pages with the caption, "Lee Min-ho, the perfect partner, the perfect dad." Insiders close to the couple say that Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo have made it a point to protect their family's serenity. They've chosen to spend more time away from the spotlight, trading the noise of fame for quiet mornings and simple pleasures. Friends describe them as happier than ever, often seen walking hand in hand through their neighborhood, with their baby nestled between them, their smiles soft and genuine. It's the kind of scene that feels straight out of a movie, except this time it's real. It's their life. Lee Min-ho has been very intentional about creating an environment where Song Hye Kyo can feel loved, relaxed, and appreciated. Reports say he's even built a small art studio in their home for her, a peaceful corner filled with sunlight where she can paint, write, or simply sit and reflect. He wanted her to have a space that was hers alone, a reminder that beyond motherhood and fame, she is still her own person. Song Hye Kyo reportedly teared up when she saw it for the first time, touched that he understood her need for quiet creativity. She now spends hours there whenever she can, and sometimes Lee Min-ho joins her, sitting quietly beside her, reading scripts or humming softly while their baby naps. Lovely viewers, isn't that just beautiful? Two souls growing together, nurturing not only their love but also each other's dreams. That's what makes this couple so extraordinary. They don't compete, they complete. Song Hye Kyo once mentioned in an interview that one of the greatest gifts Lee Min-ho has given her is the freedom to be herself again. In a world that constantly expects perfection from celebrities, his unconditional acceptance has allowed her to breathe again, to rediscover joy without pressure. What's even more heartwarming is how their love story continues to inspire others in the entertainment industry. Several young actors and actresses have publicly expressed admiration for how Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo balance fame with family. One rising actress even said in a recent interview, "They're showing us that love isn't something to hide in this industry. It's something to honor." And truly, that's exactly what they've done. But what fans love most about this chapter is the gentle humor that has returned to their relationship. Those who know them personally say that laughter fills their home again. Lee Min-ho has always been known for his playful side, and he often teases Song Hye Kyo just to see her smile. She, in turn, has become more relaxed and open, often joking back or sharing funny stories about their parenting adventures. One friend revealed that they once argued over who their baby smiled at first, and it turned into a full evening of laughter as they both tried to recreate the moment. "It's those little things," the friend said, "that show just how deeply they're connected." And of course, their bond as parents continues to grow stronger. Song Hye Kyo shared that one of her happiest moments recently was watching Lee Min-ho read bedtime stories to their baby. She said he changes his voice for each character and gets so into it that even she ends up laughing from the next room. "He's not just a good father," she said fondly. "He's the kind of father every child deserves." That comment alone melted millions of hearts across the world, reinforcing what fans already knew, that Lee Min-ho isn't just a global superstar. He's a man of warmth, gentleness, and integrity. Lovely viewers, imagine this. After a long day, the couple sitting by the window with their baby between them, the lights dimmed, the city quiet, and a soft lullaby playing in the background. That's the image that's been floating around among fans. A peaceful domestic scene that represents everything they fought for. Balance, love, and contentment. It's a picture of what real happiness looks like. Not the loud, glittering kind, but the quiet kind that fills your heart and makes you grateful for the life you've built together. As for Song Hye Kyo's career, she has slowly begun making her way back to work, this time with a stronger sense of purpose. Her upcoming projects, she says, will reflect her new perspective on life. Stories about resilience, love, and the beauty of second chances. Lee Min-ho has been nothing but supportive, often accompanying her to meetings and cheering her on behind the scenes. He reportedly told her, "You've always been strong, but now you're unstoppable." That kind of encouragement, coming from the man she calls her safe place, has given her renewed confidence to return to the screen. But even as their professional lives pick up, they've promised each other to never let their family take second place.